along the way in business, I'm on this chase, right? I'm always looking to make my business better, and it's addicting because I learned how to play the game, and the game never stops, right? Like, people have shown how to play this game at a very large level, and I'm like, fuck, if this guy can, why can't I? But along the way, I got so in tuned with like the challenge and this whole like path of like building business and building success and having these things where why I really even started in the beginning, I wasn't meeting those obligations.
I'm in the big leagues, told him don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwing the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Do Good Movement. Our purpose here is to make a positive impact in our society through real-life education. The movement comes into play when you guys share the content to help other people do good just like you. If you're new to this podcast, we talk about a ton of different stuff. Most of it's around personal development. So go ahead and Google that. Tell you a lot about what we do here. Today I'm going to talk, before I get into that, a lot of the stuff I talk about is just getting up and going and grinding and conquering your dreams and your goals and your potential and all those different things. But there's one thing along the way that I feel like it's super important to talk about to all of you today that are on that path. And it's going to save you a lot of like mental battles that might pop up. And I know this because I've experienced it over the last 12 years. You listening to these podcasts, you taking this into your personal life, you taking action on it and actually doing some of these things, you are going to be successful in whatever you call success. And what I mean by that is your dreams will become reality by taking the applications that we put down and applying it to your everyday life. Guaranteed 100% it's going to happen. Along that way, I want to talk about some of the watch outs as you start accomplishing things. The crazy thing about it is like when you learn how to like vision something and accomplish that one thing, you now unlock like a recipe of how to go conquer shit in life, and it becomes very fun, very addicting, and the levels never stop, right? And so I call it the chase. You now are on this chase because you know how to go play the game, you're good at it, and you're going to continue to go more and more and more. And it just never ends. So you guys that are on this journey today, or you guys starting this journey, starting this chase, wanting to grow as a person, wanting to grow in your business, there's one thing you need to do. Whether you're doing it right now or you're going to do it, there's one thing I really want you to do. Understand why those are your goals in the first place. Understand what your goals are as a person, what your purpose is as a person, and what your values are, and tie those together. And what I mean by that is you came up with a dream because you see this vision for yourself, and this vision for yourself plays a big part of your life, right? And that vision has helped move you to get outside of what you're doing today that's comfortable, or what you were doing that's comfortable, and push you to do something greater. So pay attention to that and remember that as you go. The second thing is, what are your values as a person today, or as when you're starting out? Your values, is it integrity? Is it to do the right thing? Is it to always be learning? Is it to be the best in every situation? Is it to lead with your heart? Is it to give? Like, what are your values? And write that out as well. And what I want you to remember along this journey is stay true to your purpose, like who you want to be as a person, and stay true to your values. Every decision that you make along the way, every additional dream you build, every additional vision you build, they need to serve that beginning vision of what you wanted to see in your life, in your values as a person. Why this is so freaking important is along this train of success in accomplishing your goals, there's going to be things that come into your life that are easy, that are shiny, but will ruin you as a person and ruin your relationships and ruin your business. The reason why you are successful today, the reason why you have accomplished some of these past goals is who you were when you started. A lot of people lose the good things they have in life because they lost track of who they were and why they even got started. And along the way, the story of their life, their character starts changing and becoming different characters. If you stay true to your original character, your original values, right, you're going to have to get better at things. So don't take that away from it. You do have to get better, but your values on who you are and wanting to build a family and wanting to give to people, wanting to help to people, if you lose sight of that, those bigger dreams are not going to happen. You might get to a certain level and then it's all going to get ripped away from you. So as you go through this journey, remember that. And under no circumstance, that is a negotiable piece of your life. This is something I paid very, very, very close attention to as I've grown in the last 12 years as a person, as a businessman, grown my family, became a dad. I'm going to just put some context to it. So back when I was a kid, I always visioned of what I want my life to look like and be like and things in it and people in it and all that stuff. And a big thing was I'm going to get super personal with you guys here, but I think it's going to really make a hell of a lot of sense. My biggest thing, guys, was I always visioned myself as being a dad and having a family. I know I got a bunch of cool shit, and it's all cool and all, but the most important thing to me was I wanted to have a family of my own. I wanted to have kids, and I want to have a wife, and I want to spoil the shit out of them and support them and help them be the best people they can and go on vacations and play together and have that enjoyment and have that drive. And today I do have kids. I'm married, have a family, and have this amazing family. And along the way in business, I'm on this chase, right? I'm always looking to make my business better, grow, expand, open new companies, all these different things. And it's addicting because I learned how to play the game. And the game never stops, right? People have shown how to play this game at a very large level. And I'm fuck, if this guy can, why can't I? And I play the game. But along the way, and I've been able to realign myself, and this is one reason I did take off a lot of time, is I got so in tuned with the challenge and this whole path of building business and building success and having these things where why I really even started in the beginning, I wasn't meeting those obligations. Now, my wife would never say this, my family would never say this, because in their eyes, I do a good job. But in my eyes, when I reflect and say, Dylan, am I living up to the dream? I'm doing this work. I'm doing all these things to get time back, to spend with my family, to do these different things. Am I living up to that? And the answer to myself was no. I was losing myself in the process. I have messages with my brother, and I'm man, I'm so deep. I'm so obsessed with it. I'm so addicted. I'm so freaking deep, dude. And I feel like I'm losing myself a little bit. And I've always bounced stuff back and forth through him and opened up to him. And that led to me just taking some time off. I took 6 weeks off of work. I spent a lot of time by myself and just quiet time, really understanding what do I need to fix and do to make sure I'm living my self-promises that I set out for myself in the beginning. It's important because I want you guys to chase your dreams. I want you guys to do the things. But if you guys don't understand that piece I just said and don't do that and don't have that willpower to kind of think about some of these things that you set out for yourself in the past, you become lost in two different people. That's why people become divorced. That's why people go in business, get out of business, quit, all this other stuff, because they lose real focus of what their purpose was in the beginning. And you end up spending all this time in life for nothing, right? You'll go piss away 10 or 20 years and go start all this stuff, and you go fucking ruin it all in a bunch of lives along the way. And I don't want to see that for you. And I was happy enough and thankful enough to catch myself along the way. So the grind's cool. Building business is cool. Becoming successful is cool. But just moral of the story, guys, stay true to who you were in the beginning. Stay true to your values in the beginning. And stay true to the reason why you started all this shit in the beginning. Because if you don't stay true to that, then what the fuck are you even doing it for? And there will be things that come across your life. There will be people, they'll throw themselves at you. Attention's going to get thrown at you. All these different things to pull you off of the success train you're doing in your dreams and your values. That's going to be questioned along the way. That's going to be challenged along the way. And you need to remember who you are, why you started, and what your values are. And before you make any decision, it needs to go in line with those 3 things I mentioned. You got to put that against every single thing, every single day. The last thing I want to touch on this is when you're going on this journey, you're going to become successful. You're going to reach your dreams, and you're going to build bigger dreams. I know it sounds crazy, right? You might be thinking, like, man, I got this big goal, Dylan. Like, it sounds pretty fucking crazy. Like, you're going to accomplish that goal. Like, I guarantee it. You're going to go apply the things that I talk about in this podcast. You're going to go accomplish that goal. And that goal's not going to be big enough for you anymore. Then you're going to go ahead and build a new goal. You're going to build a bigger goal. And what ends up happening as you guys build these big goals, these new goals, these bigger goals, is you're going to feel like you're just not doing enough. You're not there. You're going to be let down because something didn't happen. What I need you to understand right now is the life you're living today is from all the hard work you put in the past years. So where you are today, you are the very successful version of yourself that you dreamed of a few years ago. Isn't that cool? Have you ever thought of that? The life that you're living today, you've dreamed of having this life. You vision that. That's why you're here today. And you put in a hell of a lot of work to get there a few years ago. So the next vision, the next dream, the next thing you want to go and accomplish, that's all extra. That's a bonus. Those are bonus chapters on life because you already wrote out your story and you're living your story. You're living that life today. You're just ready to go build a new chapter in a new book. Build a new chapter in the new book, but don't let that new chapter pull your happiness away from all those good things that you've accomplished. And that's what people call gratitude. That's why you hear people talk about practice gratitude, write out gratitude, all those different things, because it's so easy to get stuck on what's next, and continuing to try to hit those milestones, which is so good. Like, you want to have that. But what the fuck's the point of having it if you can't enjoy where you're at today? Live in bliss. Be happy where you are. Be grateful where you are. Understand the work you put in to get to where you are. And then look at all the additional things you want to accomplish as extra. If you could do that, you are going to be one happy person. You're going to live a very blissful life. And it's going to be contagious to other people. And that's what you wanted for yourself in the beginning. That's why you wanted the house. That's why you wanted the family. That's why you wanted the car. That's why you wanted the success. You wanted to be happy, man. And you've accomplished a lot of those things already. So be happy. Because all the other, that's just all extra. And you're going to get that too. So that's what I got for you guys today. Hope it served you. Love you all. Talk to you soon.